Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to go through the system that I've built over the last 20 years that allow me to build an audience, grow a list, and make sales. So let's just dive in. Before we start, let me just show that this works. A few years ago, I had a list of 84 people. That was a specific segmented list, 84 people. I sent out an email with an offer. Within 24 hours, I generated $9,633. So round that up to $10,000. The conversion rate was 42%. So that was around about 40 people from that list of 84 converted. So that was simply because I had built a specifically small list around one problem, one topic, and then offered the solution. So this is how this can work when you have it set up and running smoothly. So what is the system? Right. So the old way, I say the old way, I still see lots of people do this every day. Chasing, being viral, like trying to build huge lists. And that's how they judge their success. Whereas the system that I use, it's consistency. If I publish every day for 7 days, that is success. If I have 20 people engage on my content, that is success. So we judge it on being consistent and having engagement. The old way, lots of really complex funnels, people using click funnels and having upsells, downsells, and all other types of things like that. Okay. Our system is a simple, repeatable 3-step cycle. And we'll go into that shortly. Audiences, thousands of random followers in the old way, people who you don't know, who don't care about you, who just click a link to follow you but never open your emails. We're trying to build a small, highly segmented list of true fans. My community, which had 200 people in it, about, let's say, 8-10 months ago, 250 people, and those 250 people had been with me for a long time. Now, I have expanded it deliberately over the past few months, and we now have 730. That is through building highly segmented groups of what I call true fans. So I've got one community which are people who want to grow on Substack. That is a small community, but those people want to grow on Substack. I have my writers community. That is the 700 people. Those are people who want to earn an income from writing. Not anything else, not build funnels, not anything. Build an income from writing. Small segmented groups. That is what you're trying to build. And also the old way is high pressure launches and burnout. No, we're just doing products that solve problems for your audience. For example, last week, I launched a free report called the system, PDF version of this video. I put that up on Gumroad. We're 48, 72 hours later. I've got, I think, of about 200 downloads, probably around about that. But we've also, bear in mind, it's a free report. People have given us $150. People have said, thanks for this. Here's a tip. Gumroad allows that. It's not, I haven't even highlighted the option, but yet people are happy to give a little bit for information that helps them. Okay. That is all we're trying to do. Give good information, build an audience, and then take those who are interested to the next step. So stop trying to build an audience. What you want to do is start solving specific problems for specific people and specific segments of your audience. This is what the system looks like. So we have our audience. Okay, that is the engine. Okay, we are trying to engage with an audience by writing about specific issues and solving specific problems. Okay, we then have a newsletter. This helps us build a list. Okay, so this is the asset, list building. Your list is an asset. And then we have our offers. And that's how we get paid for our work, and we can actually live the lifestyle that we want. And we can feed our families, which is what we're in this business for. So The key point to remember here is the line at the bottom of this page. People don't just buy information, they buy hope that maybe a better lifestyle is possible, that they can spend more time with their kids, that they can give up their day job. They're buying hope, and it's your job to give them that hope and show them how to take the steps that they want to do. So on this slide, let's look at the engine. Okay, this is the first part of our system. 20-minute rule. Okay, spend 20 to 30 minutes writing. That's it. Every morning, spend 20 to 30 minutes writing. You don't want to get into the habit of like hours going by trying to get an article out. 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, you finish your article, you publish it. That's it. Okay. If it's rubbish, but you've got it out there. So you're looking to do 250, 400 words daily. You'll find when you've been doing this a while. Now, I've done 750-ish successive articles on Medium. That works out, now in those 20 to 30 minutes, I can get 700 words out. What we're trying to do with these content is to educate. So we're going to give practical insights. We're going to entertain, okay, personal anecdotes, how it relates to your life, things that happen in your life on a daily basis. And we're going to empower the audience, okay? We're going to show them what's possible. And finally, once we publish that, we're going to spend another 30 to 60 minutes daily interacting. That's the important bit. Notice we're spending less time writing and more time engaging with our audience. Find other people who are in your niche and have bigger audiences. Go and engage with them. Talk to them. People with podcasts, go and comment regularly on their posts, etc. You may get asked on their podcast. Okay, people who comment on your content, engage with them, help them, give them tips, talk to them like you would talk to a friend in a cafe. Okay, track what you're doing, restack stuff that works. I use the term restack because I use Substack a lot. But get your content out. Now, on these articles, the format is extremely simple. We have the hook. That is to grab attention. We have a transition. How do we get from the hook to the lesson? Okay. The lesson is basically a clear insight into what you want to get across. Okay. Think about that. The hook, the transition, and the lesson. That's how you write it. Okay. I frequently, and probably most of the time, start at the very end of the article with a call to action. I will write my call to action. Then I know that the hook, transition, and lesson have to lead to the call to action. And the call to action always leads to the next step. Okay. I actually write a lot of these when I'm walking back from having a coffee first thing in the mornings. Part two is the asset, or pillar two is the asset. That's our list building. Okay. So we have social media posts, Substack posts, content, okay, daily article down there. Or everything you do should link to your newsletter or to a free report or something that builds a list. Okay. So instead of hoping that people see your posts, you're building a list and you can tell them, hey, look, I did this newsletter today. Check it out. I've done this video. Check it out. Okay. You're building something that you own. Once you own a list, the algorithm can't affect you. Okay. You've got that list. You can email people, you can reach out to people, you can contact people. If everything else dies, you still have that list, you can move it somewhere else. So build a list. It's more important than you realize. And then we have the final part of the system, and that is the gateway. Okay. We're taking people on a journey with us. Okay. So at the end of everything you do, you have your lead offer, which is the gateway. You're trying to solve one specific problem. So, for example, a 5 to 10 page PDF, a report, a Notion template, an AI prompt, um, anything, checklist. Doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to solve one problem. Okay. And then you have linking from that an onboarding sequence. Now, I have to emphasize here, this onboarding sequence isn't designed to sell, sell, sell. Okay. You are not trying to sell. You're trying to inform and educate. The first email delivers the lead magnet or whatever it is, and you share your story, why you're doing it, who you are, where you've come from, your backstory. Then you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 emails that you share your key ideas, you teach, you show people your beliefs, what you're trying to do. And then the final email is, yeah, if you want to continue this journey, check this out. Okay. It's not a hard sell. It's here is what to do next if you want to continue. That's it. You're inviting people to come along on a journey with you. They may come with you or they may not. They may come with you 6 months later. They may decide, actually, yeah, that guy, let me go and check his old email. I'm quite interested in that now. So a clean, engaged list frequently generates 2 to 5,000 per month on demand. If you build a decent size list and it's engaged, you're talking 2,000 per month, 5,000 per month. As you saw earlier, I did 10,000, 9,633 in one day. And that was a list of 84 people. Your list does not need to be big, but it needs to be engaged. So the final part is offers. Don't think that your offers need to be complicated. They don't. Okay. Here you can see the $1 test. Ignore that for the moment. I'll talk about that in a minute. Everything you do contains a CTA, a soft CTA. Okay. If you found this article interesting, check this out. Okay. That could be a free report, maybe, or your newsletter, or a free community, and it gets people to the next step. Free content first. We're going to help first. We're going to give people everything they need. Then later, we can help them implement, and that is the paid part of it. Now, it is no good whatsoever having a $297 offer if you can't sell a $7 report. So we're going to start low. I call this the $1 test. It's actually a $7 test, or it could be a $5 test. It could be a $1 test, but you've got this low cost test. So what you do is you create something simple, a free report, a checklist, whatever, and you try and sell it. So example here, can you create a $7 checklist today that earns you a single dollar? Okay. That should really be, say, a single sale. Okay. You're trying to validate that you have something that people want. For example, when I put out the system, as I said, 3 days ago, I was giving it away for free. People still donated money to me. I'm shocked and humbled by this, but I'm up to, I can cover my cost of my coffee for a month from a free report. That means there's definitely something there. I created a report last month. It was $7. It's called $7 Problems. And that was done over $1,000. I know that there is a demand for low cost solutions. So I can fill that demand. So I can find another problem next month and I can help people solve that. So this is our sustainable ladder. Okay, we start with a free offer. We then move to a $5, $7, $29 low cost solution. Then we have $27 to $97. I generally stop here. I don't bother with the high cost implementation coaching platforms. I don't mind doing that within my community, basically for free or for low cost. So I have a community that is free to join. If you want to get all the courses and the cohorts and stuff, it's $19 a month or $99 for a year, and then you get everything. I'm more than happy with that. Long gone are the days of my $297 courses or $997 courses that it was in one place. So start low, go to a level that you're comfortable and that your audience is comfortable with, and stick to that. That's all you need. So $27, if you can sell 100 of those a month, okay, 3 a day, yeah, that's $2,700. You're doing well. So this is what it looks like. 20 minutes a day writing your articles. What a machine, eh? Your articles have got soft CTAs. They send people to Substack. You've got an email list there, segmented list, and then you have your offers. Okay, that's all you need to do. That's how it works. That's our machine. That's as complicated as it gets. So if you want to do this, how about doing it in 7 days? Okay, so we're trying to build a habit here. Okay, so I would suggest you repeat this, repeat this, and repeat this until it's second nature. So day one, find a one-liner problem. Find a problem that's just one line. My puppy keeps on barking. That's it. Day two, write your first article about stopping your puppy from barking. Day three, create a newsletter. Okay, how to train your puppy. Day four, create a $7 guide, how to stop your puppy from barking. Day five, go back to your article, your 250-word article, and add a link to your offer. Day six, spend 30 minutes going through any comments you've got, finding people in the same niche commenting on their content. And day seven, look at what's happened, look where you've had signals, look at what worked, what hasn't worked. Now, I will go back and repeat. You should every day be writing. Once you get this on the roll, you write different bit of content every day about the same problem, approach it from different angles, and then link to your first $7 solution or your newsletter. Okay, so you link out to your newsletter, or you link here, or you vary it. Doesn't matter. And that's all you have to do. That is it. That is your day-to-day stuff. So, for example, here's some examples. On Medium, on month one, okay, I had 48 reads for publishing content Monday to Friday. I ended up with 48 reads at the end of the month. Most people would have given up. I stuck with it. By month 14, I had 37,000 people read my content in 1 month. Okay, that's how it grows. That's why you stick with it. Substack. So last quarter, on January, we got 55 likes on the occasional notes that I published on Substack. By the end of the quarter, March, I got 1,000 likes and I picked up 160 new subscribers. Okay, this is how this grows. And in the community, I mentioned this, late last year we had 250 members actually. But now we're up to 700 members. Simply because Medium here links to Substack and it links to the community. That's it. That's how it works. Now, next steps. You want to take next steps? It's simple. I'll put the links down below in the comments. Come and join the Inner Circle, where we do this every day. So the Inner Circle is my community. Okay, it's free to join. If you want to upgrade to the low-cost paid tier, you'll get access to everything. I mean, all my courses, everything that I do, all my books, it's all thrown in. You've got my newsletter. I'll put the link down below. I do 2 newsletters a week. Monday, you get a short form, quick something to do for the week to help build your audience, build your business. And then on a Friday, I do a deep dive into a topic related to writing and earning money on the internet. And if you go to Gumroad, where I'll put the link down below, you'll see all my free guides, links to free stuff. And I've got 2 courses on there. If you use 25 off, you'll get 25% off them. Simple. That's it. That's how it works. Any questions, please do ask. Come to the community, ask questions or ask questions below. And I'm happy to answer them. Thanks a lot, guys. Good luck.